All right, here we go again. We're going on an adventure today to Camano Island. We're going to Cama Beach State Park, and we're going to do some hiking on their trail system there, and we're going to check out the old cabins and the beach area. So off we go. I'm parked here at drop-off shelter. I assume this looks like a drop-off shelter, and there's bathrooms, and I'm going to just kind of orient myself. I believe the trail I'm going to take starts over there. All right, we're starting out on heading for the Cranberry Lake Trail. The bathrooms were not only clean, flush toilet bathrooms, but they were heated, which was a wonderful surprise. So Cranberry Lake Trail is this way. This is the Cranberry Lake Trailhead, is 0.3 miles this way. So this trail actually starts on the other side of Camano Island Drive, which we are about to cross. It's a pretty quiet road, at least right now. It's kind of early on a weekday. So one interesting thing to note is Cama Beach State Park is right next to Camano Island State Park. So there's actually a trail that goes through, as you can see right there, and not very far. And we'll catch the other one later. We like to camp there in the spring, so I'll try to cover that better. And we have 0.2 miles to the Cranberry Lake Trailhead. Whoop. Here we go. No cars that way. No cars that way. Go ahead, guys. Here's a good reminder to clean up after your dog. I brought my own bags, and I like to carry a Ziploc in a special pocket so that I can just put the bags in there. I don't have to smell it, and other people don't have to see the bags laying on the trail. I think that's a disgusting practice. I don't like to see it either. Here we have a nice little signboard, once again showing where we are. We started out right here, and we have crossed the road, and now we are right here. We're gonna go to Cranberry Lake, then we're gonna cut back on Ivy Way, and I think there's a way through so that I can do a loop. Let's find out. These trails are very well marked. Right past that signboard, there is the right-hand turn to the Cranberry Lake Trail. Here we go. Looks like we have a little bridge over a marshy area or creek, which is currently dry. There's some neat little signs here and there. I like this one. Oh, Frodo likes it too. You can see by all of the little pine cone pieces, or fir cone pieces really, that a squirrel likes to sit on the end of this log and eat. About 3/4 of a mile in. Can you hear the raven? I've turned to the right because we've come up on Cranberry Lake. Oh, we're not going to get all the way to the lake on this one. Try the next little social trail. I can see the lake, and I heard an eagle a few minutes ago. I don't know if it's stuck around. We'll see if we can find it. Oh, I think we're going to get there now. So this Cranberry Lake is actually a beaver pond. It looks really pretty right now, and beavers are mostly nocturnal, but now and then they're out in the day, so I'm hoping we can get a peek. There's a little Douglas squirrel down there. Little guy. What you doing? Oh, I'm at 1.09 miles, and we are reaching the end of the trail, which goes right out into the middle of Cranberry Lake, so this was probably an old beaver dam that we're walking on, I imagine. It seems like a lot of the peninsulas at our house were made by beavers. Cranberries are native to the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if there are any here actually in this Cranberry Lake. You can tell that there are lily pads here. They're probably really pretty in the spring and summer when they're blooming. All right, we're back to the signpost, and here's where we're gonna turn and make a loop. I think this is our trail here on the right. My directions said that it would be called it is called Cross Island Trail. Fantastic. There is the post actually across from where this trail goes. And so I'm gonna go down this about a quarter of a mile, and then I will make a left on Cutoff Trail. So we're paralleling Camano Island Drive. I think it's called West Camano Island Drive. I'll correct myself in the captions if I'm wrong on that. But we're paralleling it and going through this beautiful forested area. Lots of sword ferns, a lot of big Douglas firs. This has been a really beautiful trail so far. And granted, it's a weekday, but I've only seen one other person, which is really nice. All right, we're coming up on the Cutoff Trail. We're gonna go back across the road in a minute. And for anyone who's curious, I'm using the directions that were on the Washington Trails Association website so that I could get this nice loop in. I love it when ferns are growing on the moss on trees. Okay, we're gonna cross the road, and then the trail is right there on the right of that Cama Beach rock. And this is actually the road that I drove into Cama Beach State Park on. That's where you come out at. Going to take the Marine View Loop Trail, and then I think wrap it up on the Bluff Trail. I'm at 2.61 miles since leaving the car, and here is the next marker I'm going to make a turn at. I'm turning to the left on the Marine View Loop Trail and going toward the Bluff Trail, which starts in half a mile. And there's a neighborhood walking trail if you continue straight. Look at all these beautiful maple leaves all throughout here. I haven't got a great view yet, but you can see now the water peeking through the trees over there. Little sign for the Marine View Loop Trail viewing platform. The trail is ahead of me, but I'm going to make a right and head down to the viewing platform because that sounds awesome right now. Holly berries, perfect for this time of year. Okay, we're way up on this bluff here. Earlier, but there has been quite a few blowdowns that we lost trees in the last storm, but this trail has been cleared. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. But they came out here and cleared this beautifully. This trail has been fantastic. I haven't had to step over a single log, and it's sad we lost so many trees. Wow, they really smell so good right now. I've really been impressed with the signage and maintenance of this trail. Really enjoyable trail. Oh, how I love banana slugs. It's a nice spotted one. I'm still on the Marine View Loop, about 3 1/10 miles in. Still mostly a forest walk with some peekaboo views of the sea. This is just a really great hike. We're enjoying it a lot. The weather is perfect, not hot, not cold, no rain. Better knock on wood now. Check out this tree. So there's the trunk, and oops, it looks dead, but it goes up, and then if you can see, this branch of it curls around and up, and it's actually alive. It's leaning on that fir, but this is a live tree. What a cool curly branch. Right, I'm 3.2 miles in, and there is my signpost. I'm going to be taking the bluff trail now. I've got 0.35 miles to the drop-off shelter and the beach trail. So I'm gonna head that way, but first I'm gonna go up on this viewing platform too. They're set well back from the edge of the bluff, which is smart, but with the trees, the view is a little bit obscured. Still pretty. We're at another viewing platform. There goes a boat down there. Let's see if we can see it. There it is. They even have an informational sign about the banana slug. You can see the road through the trees, and I am going to the right where it says the drop-off shelter is, and that's where I parked. Here we are. I see my car. Next, we're gonna look at the cabins and the beach. All right, I don't know what's going on, but there's a loud motor, sorry. So I am looking for the beach trail now. The loop that I did to get back to the shelter parking lot was 3.5 miles. And now we are going to go on the beach trail. The waterfront is just down here, and I don't think it's very far. Looks like this trail is a dirt road. I don't know if it will branch off or not. I didn't read about this one as much. A 1/10 of a mile in, my question is answered. The beach trail, you can see that sign, branches off to the left. So now we're getting off of that dirt road and going down this way. Still a pretty wide graveled trail. Now we're going down some stairs. So I'm pretty sure there's a closer parking lot. You can park right on the beach, but we are taking it this way. That's probably the trail, but let's walk along this. So the history of this state park is that in the 30s, a family started it up as a resort. It ran from the 30s until 1989 when it closed down. And now it is a state park, which is wonderful. And the cabins are still here too. I think they're down on the beach, so we'll go check those out. But this was like the main lodge, I think. And now they still have a cafe. Looks like a little restaurant area. Pretty cool. Nice location. Some outdoor seating, which is beautiful. And here, it looks like our trail continues. Those are cute. This would be a fun place to stay. Another interesting point down here is that there's the Center for Wooden Boats, which is affiliated with the one on Lake Union in Seattle. And I believe they have classes here. That'd be really neat. And you can see more of these cabins. What a beautiful view. This would be a really peaceful place. There's a lot of cabins, but this would be a lot of fun for sure. So we're gonna just sneak through here and try to find the beach. So what we're looking at here in front of these cabins is the Saratoga Passage, and across from us is Whidbey Island. And we're just gonna walk along in front of these cabins, hopefully not disturb anyone, and hit the beach, and then we'll go back to the car. This is a really cool beach. All different sizes of rocks and shells. No sand in sight. We get one last look at the beach. There's the bluff that we walked along earlier today, up in the trees. And we're gonna just head back to the car. If I see anything else of interest, I will show you. Beach trail. So this is just the dirt road. So I probably should have just come down to the dirt road instead of turning off into the cabins if I wanted to stay on the beach trail, but I'm glad I did because I wanted to check out the cabins anyway. Now we're just heading back up this little hill and then we'll head home. We're back in the car, heading home in a minute. The whole hike, including the beach trail, was 4.16 miles. Elevation gain total was 426, I think, and probably most of that was actually just coming back up from the beach. Maybe the rest of it seemed very spread out. I didn't really notice much of a climb anywhere. Gorgeous state park. We've always gone to Cama Island State Park, which I'll show in another video. We're gonna hopefully get to that in the spring and do a really good job covering that. But this one I really love. The trails are just so great. You can really put together some different loops depending on your desirability and time that you have. Really well maintained, gorgeous everything, the beach, the forest, all of it. Highly recommend the state park.